Heidi Ellsworth with Roofers Coffee Shop, and we are back with the metal team from Global Roofing Group here in Innsbruck, Austria for the IFD Young Roofers Competition. That is a mouthful, but I'm telling you what, we are having such a great time. This is such an honor to be here, to be talking to all the teams today. And if you are just coming on now to this YouTube live stream, please check out all the interviews. We are talking with every single person who's involved with this year's first time U.S. team involvement in the IFD Young Roofers Competition. So, and here we have the metal team. Hello, Doug and Casey.
How you doing? How's it going?
Good. I'm so happy you're here. We are so honored to be interviewing you. So let's start with some introductions. So why don't we start with you, Doug?
I'm Doug Rojas, part of Global Roofing Group out of Phoenix, Arizona, 24.
Casey Green with Global as well, 27, and out of Phoenix, Arizona.
So Casey, talk to us a little bit about your journey into roofing. How did you get into roofing, and how did you get with Global?
It was kind of like a spur moment thing. I had a couple friends that were into metal. So I started at a smaller mom and pop shop and worked my way up. Then I found Global, which was Roofing Southwest at the time, and made it from there and just moved my way up.
Wow. And how in metal? So you started in metal in the industry?
Yeah, I had nothing to do with anything roofing, so metal was the first thing we got into.
That's so cool. That's awesome. And Doug, what was your journey like?
I started out up in Oregon with shingles. And then I moved to Phoenix about 4 years ago, got with Roofing Southwest at the time, and moved my way up from there.
And did you start in metal also at Roofing Southwest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
So, and what part of Oregon, just because us Oregonians want to know?
Eugene, Oregon.
Okay, go Ducks. There we go. Well, okay. Let's talk a little bit about what you do now at Global. So talk about your day-to-day job at Global and what you're doing.
Well, I'm a foreman over at Global Roofing Group, so day-to-day, first thing in the morning, we do a PTP, stretch and flex, get the guys going for the day, set them out on their designation, and then get the job done.
And what type of roofs? I mean, I know it's metal, but give us an idea of the types of roofs that you're working on.
Standing seam, corrugated, there's a whole lot.
We do a lot of wall panels.
Yes.
And
that's what we've been doing a lot.
Cladding and whatnot. So not specifically just roofs.
So down the road, that we have that fascia contest here too. So you never know.
Right.
Oh yeah, we'd love to be a part of that one.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what you do at Global.
So I started off as just a laborer, picking up trash and learning along the way. Made it to foreman as Doug is right now, and then now I'm a superintendent for the company. So just manage a lot of the projects and oversee some of the key points of what needs to happen, and just manage people and inspire them to just keep going and push for the goals.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I just have to ask, what's your favorite metal system?
I would honestly say for me it is standing seam is a roof actually, yeah, like we're learning a lot on the ACM and wall cladding, so that's a big step for us as well.
That is great. And what's your favorite metal system?
I will have to go with our regular wall panel system, our T-panels. That's probably my favorite. You can get a lot done, and it ends up, you can go back from the building and look up at the building and say, I completed that wall today.
That looks beautiful.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So, okay, 4 or 5 months ago, someone approached you and said, hey, do you want to go to Austria? That had to be quite the moment. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for myself, I've never left the country, so just to be able to do it on a work trip was a very awesome opportunity for Global to present to myself, and I took it full stride.
You said yes?
Yep.
Yeah, right away. How about you, Casey?
I say it was the same thing. I actually got approached by the owner, the president of the company when we were on a snowboarding trip, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, honestly.
Yeah. And who would think, right? I mean, this isn't something that's been out there before. You guys, this is the first time.
Yeah.
And so to be part of that first time experience.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So speaking of that, so we have 3 days ahead of us. Tomorrow is the first day. What are you working on tomorrow? Let's start with you.
We're going to be working on our can't remember off the top of my head.
I think this one is just a mansard roof with a dormer, and then some standing seam on the bottom, and it ties into pretty much a wall panel system. I think that'll be cool. We want to see what we can get done and hopefully compete with some of these guys. It's a European system, and a lot of the Americans don't really know that much. We do a lot of manufactured panels already, so it's going to be cool to see exactly how they can do it and how we can actually use our craftsmanship to make it look good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hand tools and not just, you know, snapping a panel in.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's really something.
That is really. And how about the next day?
The next day, I believe we're working on just a regular standing seam system.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Just standing seam roof with skylight in it.
Yeah, it's got a skylight, a valley, some turn up on the wall. It's just a big difference for us on what we do and how they do their details versus how we do. But it should be a great learning experience for us as well.
And that was one of the questions I had, is all the differences. I mean, obviously we have the going to metric, but a lot of the details and the flashing. Talk to us about how you practiced to get ready for this, to really kind of understand the differences.
Yeah, I'd say, well, we saw what was done last year, and I think we ended up just building a mirrored replica, you know, mock-up of exactly what is hopefully going to happen here. So we wanted to get down on as close to like a one-to-one replica of what we're actually going to be doing here. Yeah. And we used copper at first, and they were more than willing to send us a little bit of the aluminum that we're actually going to be using here. So we actually got a feel for what we're going to be doing, because in the U.S. we use a lot of steel. You can't manipulate the metal as much. So we tried to get as close to possible as to what we're doing here to practice. Yeah,
we did hear that. We were talking about that this morning, that the metal is different.
It's very different. Yes.
And it's softer.
Yes, absolutely. It's more you can manipulate it a little bit better, and you just got to use your craftsmanship. It's not just throw a panel on and call it good.
Wow, that's exciting. So okay, and then Friday is freestyle. So you're able, I assume, right?
Yeah, I think it was a freestyle. Yeah. So on the back side of the mock-up, and come up with what our team is going to do. So.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, we've been hearing there's some secrets out there. You guys have been kind of thinking about that?
Yeah, we have a couple design plans that we want to showcase out there on Friday. So let's do our best.
We're hoping to execute.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is great. So what does this mean for both of you and for everybody back home, for that next generation coming in? What does this mean for everyone?
I think for myself, being a younger guy, it shows that you can move up in this industry very quickly. It will take you places, and it's just going to show all of our coworkers back at home, you know, there's opportunities to be given.
Yeah. Talk about taking you places. Right. Who would have known, right? Okay, what's it mean to you?
Yeah, I think it's a big step for the U.S. to actually be a part of it as well. I think this is the first time they've even been invited to come compete with the Europeans, and I think for us as well, and our whole team and everybody with the USA, it's just paving the way to getting us back here and actually competing in every one of them, hopefully, in the future.
Yeah, and you've been able to meet and get to know the other teams who are here in both in low slope and in steep slope. How has that been? Kind of fun?
No, it's awesome. I mean, very familiar people at Texas and Ohio, so just the same like-minded young individuals who all want to go for the same goal.
Yeah.
We're all cut from the same cloth, it seems like, you know.
I love that. I love that. Well, gentlemen, good luck tomorrow, and we will be documenting this, so you'll be able to see them and their beautiful designs, their beautiful metalwork throughout the next 3 days. We'll be bringing that to you live streaming throughout the competition. So good luck. I know you're going to do great.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have one team, actually maybe two more. We're going to talk to some mentors and coaches who are here to help on the metal